everyone, and welcome to Thelma's podcast. My apologies, I'm not sure what really happened. I was live with Hank, and he suddenly just cut out of nowhere. I'm very sorry about this, everyone. Please accept my apologies, alright? I'm gonna have to do that one more time, so please bear with me. This has never happened to me before, alright? I'm using my own data. Okay, screen. This is crazy. I love the internet. Screenwriter. Hank. Let me see if that works. Alright. I'm really sorry about this, because the thing is, he lives in America, I live in the UK. So we tried to find a time to do this. I'm very sorry about this. I don't know what happened. And the thing as well, like everything that he said, it didn't even give me time to save it. It just went. The joy of internet. Yes. Very sorry. Also, I was so happy and engaged with what he was saying. Oh. Okay. Don't worry. I've got this. Alright. Don't worry, Hank. We do the one last time. Okay, so sorry, my lovely. Alright. Thank you, Hank, for your patience. Hello. Sorry
Hey,
about this. I
no,
don't
don't
know
worry.
what happened. As I
I
said,
don't either.
the weather's rubbish. It's windy, so I had to use my own data. So just to
Yeah.
recap, so you are a screenwriter.
hmm
You have done this for a while. So somebody told you to do your own thing, your own production. You
hmm
worked with 50 Cent and Mel Gibson, and that film is gonna come. That short film is coming 2024.
Yes.
But you were talking that you've been an educator for 5 years, all
hmm
right? At first, you didn't want to do it, and then somebody was like, "Come on, you can do it." And I love what you said. You said that you should be the person. Sorry. You should be better than the person
Be
that
what you
told
didn't
you.
have. I said, be what you didn't have. Yeah,
Be
be
what
what
you
you
didn't
didn't
have.
have. A lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of young men, especially young black men, they don't grow up with fathers. They don't grow up with mentors. They don't grow up with people who advocate for them and stand in the gap for them. And so I said, be that person. Be the person that you didn't have. Be whatever it is that you didn't have. So when I first became a screenwriter, I didn't have any mentors. I didn't have a lot of people that were pouring into me and telling me, this is what you do. This is not what to do. This is how the business is. This is how the business isn't. I didn't have any of that, so I was kind of out there by myself. Now, once I got in there and I started getting, things started happening, I started getting played. I started getting taken advantage of and things like that. Luckily, I started finding mentors, young, black men and black women and white guys, white women who poured into my life and, telling me, nah, this is not the way you do things. Look out for yourself, make sure you advocate for yourself, speak up for yourself. And so I learned, I started, learning. And so, when I hear from people like you or I hear from other writers or whatever that want advice, I give it, if I can.
Thank you.
I try to give advice wherever I can because I didn't have anybody to go to. When I first started screenwriting, there was no social media.
No.
So I couldn't get in anybody's inbox and ask them for anything. It was just, I had to learn it on my own. I had to learn the craft of writing on my own. So,
Thank you. Thank you
no,
for
no
being a
problem.
pioneer. Thank you
No.
for giving advice. And I believe you're an author as well. You wrote a book.
Yeah, I wrote a book, Hankisms. It's a quote book, a book of quotes that I collected probably well over 20 years. I went through a period of depression, and my therapist, she knew I was a writer, and so she was like, "Well, why don't you start writing things down?" And so a lot of them at first were really dark and didn't make the book because I was dealing with a lot of anger and disappointment, and so a lot of that stuff didn't make the book. But after a while, they started to change, and I started to change. So the book started to take form, and I finally put it out. this year. And I'm working on my second book now. It's a novel in verse. It's about superheroes.
Oh, I
Just leave
can't
it at
wait.
that. I
I
just leave it
can't
at
wait
that.
for you to do that. So you say you are a father, a
Mhm.
grandfather. So how do you manage all of this? So educator, filmmaker, writer. How do you manage all of this together?
A lot of coffee.
Yes. And
A lot
what
of
else?
coffee.
Lot of coffee, no, but I agree because I feel like you're a very giving person because you make time. I feel like you make time not only for others but also for yourself. I like every day. I don't know if you know this, but every day I read what you post. You said
Hmm.
sometimes it's good to have your own time because looking for the people that's not going to help you have your own space, your own that
No,
you need to have time for yourself, which is
no,
quite important.
you have to do that for yourself. You have to, and the thing about this business and the thing about being in entertainment is people get very self-centered.
Yeah.
They get very wrapped up in themselves and don't understand that there are other people who also, where you were before. Who were just starting out, who
Yeah.
didn't have anybody to talk to them or speak to them or walk them through things. And so I decided just to be that person, and just try to help. I can't help everybody, but I try to help, people when I can, and speak life into people, and speak positivity into people, and like I said, because I didn't have a lot of that, so it was important to me just to be that person.
Yes, and you're also a businessman, am I correct? You're selling oil for beer,
Beard
is
bomb,
that
yeah,
correct?
beard bomb, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Bird's beard bomb. So birdsbomb.com. You can go in there and get some beard balm. I'm getting ready to launch a new special for Christmas here next week, so stay tuned for that as well. So yeah, I try to keep busy,
Very
doing the
busy.
things that I love, but it doesn't feel like work all the time, especially if you're doing stuff that you love. If you're
Yes,
doing, if you're doing things that you love and then find a way to kind of make money at doing it, then it's really not like work that much. It is work, and it is hard work, but you don't get too frustrated with it because it's something that you love. So
exactly. So, Hank, have you always grown up where you are right now? You're which part are you in America again?
I'm in
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. No, I didn't always grow up here. No, I've lived a lot of places. My parents were military, and I was military myself. So um, I grew up on the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. I've been overseas. We lived in Germany, Thailand. I've been to Italy, the Middle East. I've lived a lot of places. I've been a few places in these 51 years. So no,
That's fantastic.
yeah, but Oklahoma is where my mother's side of the family is from, and she's from here. My mother's from here, and so this is home. Yeah, for me, it's a great place to live. I love living here. I love the people here. Everybody's great and supportive and all that. So yeah, this is home.
That's amazing. It looks because I like the fact that every time you talk about your home, it's like you're so happy that you can feel the happiness.
Yeah,
Is it calm there? Is it very calm and peaceful?
yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I hate the weather here. Sometimes the weather is horrible, but with Oklahoma, weather changes every 5 minutes. So it's like, really, I mean, you can start your day off at 20 degrees, and then it's 70 degrees by the afternoon, or you can start off with a rainstorm and it'll be sunny in the afternoon, or you can start off with a 70-degree day and it's snowing by the night. So it's weird, very weird weather because we are centrally located in the country.
Oh,
Our weather patterns are very strange. You know?
okay, cool. So, are you full of coming to the UK one day?
Yeah, of course. I would love to come to the UK.
Yeah,
One of the places I haven't been is the UK. I would love to come to the UK and
yeah.
visit and
Please, please.
visit. Not when it's raining and cold though.
Summer is. So,
Yeah.
listen, I've got two more questions for you. So, I feel like you have accomplished so much, but is there anything else that you feel like you haven't done yet and you want to do? Anything else that you want to do?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of things I want to do. I mean, I'm delving into writing novels now, so that's been something new for me as a writer to delve into novel writing. So I have a few novel ideas that I want to explore. There's some film projects that I want to explore as well. Yeah, I want to delve into animation
Oh,
eventually. I want to really want to delve into comic books. I'm a comic book head from way back. I've been reading comic books since I was 8, and so I would love to do a comic book. I have a few ideas for comic books that I would love to do. So if there are any comic book people on here, holler at your boy. I want to write a comic book, but I don't know how to draw. I suck at drawing. So get with me. But yeah, I would love to do those things. Just create new properties. That's my thing. I just want to be able to create new properties, film, writing, novels, all that stuff. Just create new properties, that'll live on past me and for my kids.
I believe that you have all the great ideas, and you are leaving a legacy as well, because you say for your kids. I'm sure whatever you do, your kids are gonna be in there the process some way. I believe though. I believe that really. And finally, I wanted to ask you. So you talked about therapy. I feel like not many people are upfront. I mean, in fact, I don't think I've told you this, but when you say, oh, I'm gonna do I'm a therapy or whatever, I say, you know what? I've got issues to deal with myself, so I said I'm going to do therapy. I like that you were so open about it. Why is therapy important, you think? Why?
Oh man, it's very important for a lot of people. I think a lot of people, especially people, black people, we shun away from therapy, and especially black men. We shun away from therapy. The thing about black men is that we have a higher rate of suicide in the black community than anybody. Um, and I know because I was one of those people. I was one of those people that had gotten very suicidal. I got to a low point in life because I was dealing with a lot of childhood trauma that I hadn't dealt with. And the thing about black boys and black men, as we grow up, we are conditioned to push things down.
Yeah,
Don't cry, don't be no punk, don't show emotion. And so what you wind up with when we get older is you have emotionally unavailable men, you have abusive men, you have men who don't know how to deal with their emotions properly, and it'll eventually manifest itself in ways that are unhealthy. And so, for me, I was an angry kid who grew up into an angry young man who got into adulthood and in relationships that failed constantly because I hadn't dealt with the things that I needed to deal with. I wasn't free to be creative. I wasn't free to be myself. I wasn't free to do a lot of things because I was pinned down with a lot of emotional trauma that I hadn't dealt with. Once I dealt with that, once I went to therapy and dealt with it, my creativity opened up. My mind opened up. My heart softened for people, and
good.
gave me a new outlook on life. That I carry with me today. So I implore you, young black men, women, go to therapy. What I'm saying, deal with your stuff. I think we hide behind our careers, we hide behind our significant others, we hide behind our creativity when we should be dealing with these problems. Okay,
I agree.
deal
And
with it.
I will say
Face
thank
it.
you so much. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
My husband even said to me that everything that in my childhood I didn't really deal with it. He told me, he said, look, he said, took Tama, I can guarantee you'll never be fully successful if you don't deal with this. But you see, I don't
Deal
know
with
if it's pride. I don't know why it is. I feel like it's embarrassing. But then I say, you know what? When you say
it.
that to me, I'm like, look at you. You're 50 something and you go therapy, like get it done. And I like that you take it seriously. It's not like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, maybe I'll go there. It's seriously. So that's what I'm gonna do for myself. It's
Do it for
important.
yourself. Make an investment in yourself. And therapy isn't that expensive. People, especially here in the States, people think it's an expensive thing. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be transparent about it. I have insurance through my job, and my insurance covers my therapy sessions. I only have to spend $25 per therapy session to go to therapy. Okay,
Is that
you
it?
got that's it. That's it. I don't have to pay anything else. My therapist was like, "Yeah, I'm covered by your insurance." He says, "Only thing you have to pay me every time you come see me is $25." We blow that on dinner. We blow that on going to the movies. We blow that
Drinks.
on clothes. cigarettes, weed, whatever we blow it on. You can blow that on some therapy and sit there and talk to somebody that's going to help you live a better and more productive life. So you got $25.
That's it.
So
That's it.
spend that. Well, I don't know what your copay will be, but I'm just speaking for myself. Mine's just $25. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I blow that easy on stupid stuff. But I said let me make that investment in myself to do that. Also, get you a gym membership. You know what I'm saying? Coupled with therapy, I tell people to not only work on three things: your mind, your body, and your spirit. Work on those three things. Work on your
Yeah.
mind
You're right.
through therapy,
Totally.
through creativity. Work on your body. You know, said we gotta. Some people don't have creative outlets, so get an outlet for your frustrations and for the days that are going bad. Start going working out. I do both. I go to therapy and I work out,
I
and I
know.
have a creative
I know
and I have a
everything you
creative
do.
outlet. And I
I
have a
know
creative
everything you
outlet.
do.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm like, you bring so much positivity. Have you thought about being a speaker one day? Have you thought about going to schools or going places to? Because you should be a speaker. I feel like we need more male role models, black as well. That's what I
Thank
think.
you.
So think about that.
Yeah, I do. I hate talking in front of people all the time though, but because I do it every day for a living in the classroom, so I don't really like doing it too much. I got an event tonight where I got to speak tonight, but yeah, I don't like talking about myself that much. But you know, if it's gonna help somebody, I don't mind. You know.
Yeah, please, it will help a lot. You have no idea, but it will help. And seriously, this is a good thing for you as well, personally, because what you just said, that's gonna help people. Even if it makes one people like different, then
Yeah.
you have achieved so much. So my
Yeah.
last question for you, my lovely, what would you advise young people today? What would be your number one advice?
I wouldn't. A lot of young people, y'all, you guys are very, very much into instant gratification. You want everything right now in this moment and everything else, especially when you're young. You got a life ahead of you. So while you should, I definitely suggest what they call chasing the bag and get your money and set yourself up for success. I also heard a person tell me this, and I take this with me everywhere I go. He says that good men plant trees that they'll never get to enjoy the shade of.
Sorry, say that one more time because so the good men plant the trees.
That they'll never get to enjoy the shade of.
Oh, that's a good, very good.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
that was the catalyst of me becoming an educator. You know, I'm gonna plant trees and young people that I'll probably never get to enjoy the shade of. I'm 51. I might not get to see them, you know, when they're 30 and 40 and all that other stuff. But hopefully, what I've planted into them grows longer than I ever will. Hopefully, my interactions with people like you and other people will go further than I'll ever get to live to see. And it does, you know. So I'm not worried about the instant gratification. I think if you live a good life and you're good to people, good things will come to you. So, and that's been my life. So I don't worry about being gratified in the moment. I know that being a good person and doing good by people, good things will come to me.
Honestly, I love everything you said. The ankism, right? I love it. Please
Yeah.
keep up the great work, the excellent work. We're gonna keep in touch. And if I go to America, I must see you. Okay,
Yes.
before you get too famous. All
Go
right?
visit.
And you come to the UK anytime, please,
Yes.
anytime. All right? My
Definitely.
school would love to have you. So please, please,
Thank
please,
you.
if you come, yes, we're gonna meet each other. Mark my
Yes.
words. All right?
Yes. Yes. We
Thank you
will.
so much, Frank. Thank
Thank
you from the
you.
bottom of my heart. Have a
Uh-huh.
lovely day and all the best for your event tonight, okay?
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. You guys have a
You
good
too.
one. All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.